guys, happy Tuesday, or just whatever day it is that you're watching this. I am gonna just be taking you guys in this video through you already know by the title, but through a full day of eating. And I also want to give some life updates. I'm training legs today, so I may or may not include some clips from my leg day. But one of my goals for this year is to continue to give more value and education online. And I think a great way that I can do that is obviously, yes, through my Instagram, through TikTok, through Facebook, but especially through longer form content like YouTube. I can share a lot more value. I can bring you guys along with me through like life stuff, and also show you guys what I eat, how I train. And you know, I share some of that on my stories and things on Instagram, but I don't think that I share enough. So here we are. And the first thing that we're gonna do is food, because who the hell doesn't like to watch a full day of eating? And also, everybody always asks me what I eat, asks me for recipes, and unfortunately today you're gonna see that what I eat is really simple, but that's how I stick to my goals and don't spend a million years meal prepping stuff. So I'm gonna walk you through that and give you some life updates of where I'm at when it comes to like, we can chat while I eat breakfast, but my progress, what my physique goals are for 2024, like where we're at, because the one and only YouTube video that I have on this channel is me talking about everything that I was gonna go through with my health phase last year and like post prep, and we made it through all that. So I can do a different video giving updates on exactly what I went through, how I healed my gut health and my hormonal health, and got to the place where I'm at now, but that can be for another day. So today's just gonna be about food and maybe a little bit of training, and we'll start there. So I already showed making my coffee. Every single morning I do the exact same morning routine. I go outside, I go for a walk, drink some electrolytes, drink water. I drink at least one of these before I eat any meals at all. And then I work for a bit, and then I have breakfast. It's 10 right now. I have breakfast around 10:30. That's just when I like to eat. So I showed making my coffee. I make the same coffee every day, and we're gonna do some breakfast. And I pretty much eat the same meals most days, so you'll see that. But when I have my food made, I'll kind of show you guys what I made, and then I'll talk a little bit about my macros, my physique goals, and what my plans are for the next couple of months. So I'm gonna whip up some breakfast and I'll be back. All right, we have breakfast. You're probably gonna hear Justin in the background doing his check-ins. So I eat pretty much the same thing every single day, and I have for years. I love it. Okay, I have a little bit of a variation on rest days versus training days, and I'll explain that. But I eat. Also, none of my food is gonna look cute. I don't do cutesy, presentable, aesthetic food. It tastes good, and that's all I really care about. So none of this looks cute. But I do 225 grams of egg whites with spinach. I make it into this egg white pancake thing. I saw this girl, her name's Jordy Dix. She's Brandon Harden's girlfriend, and they're like bodybuilder people. Saw her do it in prep. I decided I wanted to do it. I like eating it that way. Don't ask me why. So I do this, and I put this seasoning on it. Hold on. And it's incredible. It's garlic parmesan. It's fire. So it tastes like pizza, and then I put sugar-free ketchup on it. So I'm gonna get that out, put that on there. With one whole egg for healthy fats, and I don't like them mixed. You can do a scramble. This is just how I eat it. I eat my food in very particular ways. All right, I don't know. And then I eat for my carb source either oatmeal or cream of rice. So today we have cream of rice. I'll show you a close-up of all this non-aesthetic food. And the reason why I'm doing cream of rice today is because it's a training day. So on rest days, I do oatmeal with chia seeds and blueberries and almond butter. On training days, I do cream of rice with blueberries and almond butter, because oatmeal is slow digesting. It'll keep you fuller longer, which is awesome. But when I eat my pre, I eat this, I wrap up a little bit of work, I get dressed and I go to the gym. So I want something that's quick digesting, that sits lighter in my stomach so that my body can utilize those carbohydrates for fuel. So that's why I do a cream of rice on training days. Sometimes I will do oats on training days if, say, I know that I have like a meeting or a call and I won't be training for a while and I want to stay fuller before I go train. You know, I do some swaps. So cream of rice, this is the cream of rice that I use. I don't use the normal one from the store. I use a flavored one. It's way better. Chocolate. It's insane. Trained by JP. And you know, it's really affordable. It tastes so good. Cream of rice is an awesome carb source, but it is a bitch to make, realistically. You have to know the ratios. So if you want the ratios, I can tell you, but I do 40 grams of cream of rice with 240 grams of water. And then you stir it and you microwave it for, I microwave it for 30 seconds and I stir, and then I do 15-second intervals of microwave, take it out, stir. I know that sounds like a pain in the ass. I totally recognize that, but if you don't do that, it gets clumpy. And so that's the trick. So I do, I don't know, like probably 5 intervals. It kind of depends on the day. I stir it until it gets to, you know, a consistency that looks like baby food. I know. I'm not gonna be one of those cute girls with her cute food, but this is what I eat and I like it. And then I put almond butter on it. I do frozen blueberries and I do 8 grams of almond butter just for, again, another healthy fat source. And also I just love the chocolate with the peanut butter taste. This is the best one from Costco. It's single ingredient. The only ingredient is almonds. So I don't like all the other crap. But you can see here, everything that I have is like whole foods, right? Single ingredient foods, whole foods. We got well-balanced meal. We got protein, we got carbs, we got some healthy fats. So this is what I eat for breakfast literally every single day. So I'm gonna sit down with it over there and I will chat with you guys a little bit as I'm like eating or wrapping up eating. Okay, I lied. I didn't eat my food and chat with you. I decided against that. I wanted to eat in peace. Like when I eat, it's like my time where I don't respond to clients and I just enjoy my food. So I'm gonna pop a ghost and chat. This is gonna be brief, like 5 minutes. Just a quick talk about where I'm at, my macros, goals, everything like that. And then I'm gonna wrap up just a few client messages, a couple things, and then I'm gonna head to the gym a little bit earlier than normal. You know, it's only 11 right now. So I'm gonna hope to leave around 11:30ish, and I'm really excited to go. I'm so excited to go to the gym. I got very, very sick this past week and wasn't able to not only train but also eat even any food or leave my bed for 2 days. So that really sucked, and it's taken me a while to feel okay to even get back into the gym. And I haven't done a real full training session since before I got sick, which was Tuesday of last week. So it has been a full week. I've been in the gym but just done really light training sessions, right? So I am hitting a leg day today and I'm just so excited. I'm still gonna be mindful of like where my strength is at and how I'm feeling, but it'll be good. So this is one of my top favorite flavors of Ghost. I actually only drink a half of a can at a time. Weird, I know, saves you money, but I have to limit my caffeine. I went caffeine free as part of my hormone healing thing last year for over 2 months. And I've kept my caffeine a lot lower. So I have my morning coffee, which has about like 150 milligrams. These are 200 each. And so I drink like half. So then I end up drinking like 250 milligrams for the whole day. And I like to keep it around that. So, but I love the taste of these. I wish they had less caffeine in them. But anyways, so let's just talk really briefly about where I'm at and goals and things like that. And then when I'm making my post-workout meal, I can talk a little bit more about how I plan my days of eating and how I track my food and some things like that, because I want to be helpful to those of you who maybe are newer to tracking or just want like some tracking tips. I've been tracking macros for a decade now, so it's been a long time. That first sip, because I almost choke on it, hits. All right, so goals, where I'm at. I have been increasing my food for the past couple of months now. which has been incredible. I felt incredible. My weight has maintained as I've increased my food. And after everything last year, like I wasn't dieting, but I had some diet restrictions. And anyways, I've just been focusing on really fueling my body and really focusing on strength in the gym now that I am like a-okay health-wise and hormone-wise. I can really push it again, which is super fun for me. I missed it desperately. So I am eating on training days. I'm eating 130. I do kind of macro ranges right now. When I am in a dieting phase, I'm very specific, down to the gram, right? And I will be starting a cut TBD, end of March, early April, mid-April. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm gonna kind of see how my body's feeling, right? But I will be doing a cut. I'll take you guys through that. It'll be really fun. And just for fun, just probably gonna aim to lose 5 pounds and just like tighten up a little bit and just have a little more structure, right? Nothing crazy. But right now I'm focusing on eating more. So I eat between 130 to 140 grams of protein a day, somewhere in between there, a minimum of 130. And then on training days, I do that on rest days and training days, same amount of protein. And then on my training days, my carbs are 250 grams of carbs. And on my rest days, they are 200. And then on training days, my fats are 50 grams and my fats on rest days are 60 grams. So the reason why I do this is just a personal preference for me. And I do this with some of my clients as well, but you do not have to change your training day and rest day macros. I just simply prefer it. I want more energy when I train. My training sessions are intense. I lift very heavy. I push myself. I want the extra carbohydrates for the energy, and so I pull my fats a little bit lower, but I also want to continue to prioritize hormone health. I like eating fats, healthy fats, and so I pull my carbs a little bit lower since my activity is a little bit less on my rest days, and I bump my fats up. So it's actually the same amount of calories, pretty much. I think my rest days are 50 calories less than my training days. So this isn't coming from a place of I am moving less, so I have to eat less. It's the same amount of calories, right? I am just swapping the macronutrient balance out between the 2 days to better support my goals and my activity levels for that day. That's all, okay? And here's the thing, in a dieting phase, a lot of times I will pull my rest day macros down because I'm doing less. So sometimes I will eat a little less on rest days, and it just helps to further push that deficit, right? But our goal is not dieting. Our goal is eating more. I would like to kind of increase from here. I was about to make a jump. So I've taken myself from eating 150 grams of carbs a day all the way up to the 250. Very slowly over a couple months, I've been increasing my food. Again, my weight has stayed the same. At first I even lost a little bit, but then it kind of balanced out. I'm averaging between, before I got sick, 128 and 129. After being sick and the inflammation and then being on my period, we love that. I was like 130.5 this morning. So, you know, pretty much maintaining my weight on this amount of food as I've increased it, which is amazing. I want to increase it a little bit more. So I'm giving myself just a few days after, again, being sick. I needed an appetite back because it was a stomach thing. So we're getting there, and now I'm feeling good and feeling like I'm actually digesting my food. I will say too, this is a little over 2,000 calories a day where I'm at, but I do take at least one day where I don't track my food and I eat out per week. So on either Friday or Saturday, usually I go and have a meal out. I have dessert, and I enjoy and get whatever I want. I had a huge bowl of froyo the other night, and it was awesome after I had some gluten-free pizza. So that was awesome too. So basically those are my goals. So right now we're prioritizing training and eating, gonna slowly increase food a little bit over the next few months-ish, but coming up on probably April, I wanna start a cut, so that'll be really fun. But yeah, and I train 4 days a week right now. I can take you guys through all of those days of training. If training is something that you want to see and are interested in, I don't share a lot of my training. And this simply is just because when I'm in the gym, I like to just get in the gym and train and really focus. It's like my time to kind of shut off, and I don't like having to worry about filming, but I'm gonna set aside that selfishness and I want to share my training. So I have been doing the same programming for a bit now. I created this program for myself, and I train 4 days per week. I'm thinking about adding in a 5th optional day of glutes and delts, which I've done in the past, but I was just focusing on 4 days, and that's where I'm at right now. So I do a leg day, like an overall full leg day. I do a glute and hamstring focused leg day, and then 2 upper body days. One that's a little bit more push focused, and one that's a little bit more back and bicep focused, but they're on both full upper body days. So that is where I'm at. I'm training in my goals. Today is legs. I'll take you guys through the leg day, or at least I'll show some clips of it and put those in there, and then we can chat a little bit about planning out my meals when I do my post-workout meal, because I don't want to make this clip just really long and boring of me sitting here talking to you. So I'm gonna go finish up a few client messages, and then I'm gonna get ready for the gym. So I will see you guys soon. All right, what's going on, guys? I'm going to do a quick voiceover for this workout. So today was glutes and hamstrings. I always start with some body weight warm-ups. And so I'm doing some mobility and some warm-ups here in the very beginning. And then my friend Jake came in and rudely interrupted my warm-up. Then I do a little bit of weighted work as well. And I also always start my glute and hamstring day with 2 sets of hamstring curls and leg extensions. I tried to adjust this for like an hour and it wouldn't work, so it was really embarrassing. So I just got on it, not adjusted right. But I do a couple sets of those just to get blood flowing. Then I move into my first exercise is RDLs. I lightened the weight for everything for this workout because it was my first workout back after being really sick. So I dropped the weight from 185 to 135. I'm doing barbell RDLs. I did 3 sets of these, and then I moved into hip thrusts, and I love doing these on the Smith machine. Drop the weight for these again. Think about keeping your knees stacked over your ankles, and keep your chin tucked. Drive through the glutes. You want your knees to be at the same height as your shoulders as well. Then I go into single leg movement. Today's choice, Bulgarian split squats, my favorite. I have a reel actually going over how to make your split squats glute focused. So if you want a breakdown for that, pop over to my Instagram. So I did 2 sets on each leg for these. The shirt came off. It was getting pretty dang hot. And then lastly, I finish up with a couple little accessories. So I do a superset of these goblet squats. Love these so much. I think about traveling down and back and keeping the weight in my heels, and I do keep that dumbbell right up in my vajayjay. And then we did some cable kickbacks. All right, we are home from the gym, and I'm making post-workout meal here. And I talk a lot about how I don't really cook anything because I just bulk prep stuff. So I bulk prepped this 96.4 ground beef, I don't know, a couple days ago. And so all I have to do to make my post-workout meal is weigh out however much I need, which I have tracked 4.5 ounces. Woo! Take a little bit out. Don't worry. My hands are clean. Also, it's my food anyways. Beautiful. And then I'm going to microwave it, and then I'm going to put my rice in there. We have this amazing rice cooker that my dad got me, and it keeps the rice hot at all times, which is fire. So microwave this, do that, throw some green beans on top. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, I got 188 grams of rice here. I just choked on literally nothing. And then I am going to add in coconut oil as well, healthy fat source. I do like 5 grams. I love the way it makes it taste. I don't know, just a huge fan. Why is this crooked? Why am I holding this crooked? Please don't ask. All right, so, and then I'll show you the finished product when I get the veggies on there, and we'll talk about macros for the day. All right, we got our meal. I'm gonna add my green beans. If you do not air fry your vegetables, or really if you don't have an air fryer, what are you doing? You need an air fryer. It makes your vegetables and like chicken, potatoes, incredible. You don't have to do any work. I'm big on that. So this whole meal to put together took me 0 minutes. I mean, I put stuff in a bowl and I put this in the air fryer. That doesn't really require much effort. So highly recommend. But this is my post-workout meal. I pretty much eat this every single day, even if I'm not working out, even if it's a rest day. I really love beef rice, green beans with coconut oil. It's fire. I'm also drinking a Liquid Death. This is just water, just sparkling water with a little bit of natural flavoring. These are like $2. I'm not paying $2 for water, but they were on sale because it had a dent in the can. So I grabbed 3 of them. because I don't give a flying crap about a dent. So before I worked out, I had about 50 grams of carbs, 35 or 37 protein. I had 52 carb, 37 protein, and 10 fat. And that's a great, well-balanced meal, moderate fats. I don't like to have a lot of fats before I train because it slows down your digestion. Decent amount of carbs. Probably could have even had a little bit more carbs, and then great amount of protein to help me hit my protein goal. In this meal, I'll have to check my Fitness Pal because unfortunately I'm filming on my phone, so I can't check it right now, but I think it has close to 50 grams of carbs as well, with at least 30 something grams of protein, and then a couple grams of fat because the beef has a little bit of fat, and then I add 5 grams of coconut oil for the fat, and then we got veggies on top. So I'll eat this now. I'll have another meal. It's 3. I'll have like dinner, and then I'll show you guys what my dessert is. But basically when I'm tracking, because I eat the same stuff every single day, mostly, it's really easy for me to track. So for example, I eat the same breakfast every day. Even if it's the oatmeal versus the cream of rice, the oatmeal has a little bit more fat than the cream of rice, like by a few grams. Pretty much the same macros. And then I usually always eat this. So in my Fitness Pal, you can just copy and paste from a previous day. So I ate this yesterday, I copied and pasted from yesterday, copied and pasted the breakfast from yesterday. I always have a Ninja Creamy at night, so I'll show you how I make that with some like treats in it. Have that every single day. So the only thing that changes and varies for me is my dinner, and I kind of leave that open. Sometimes I have like an actual dinner with chicken and potatoes. Sometimes my appetite isn't super high, so I have like a yogurt bowl to get extra protein in. Sometimes I have a protein shake and like fruit. It changes. That's the only meal that really changes. Everything else is pretty much the same. Sometimes this dinner will be, or this meal will be like salmon rice. Maybe I'll have salmon today. I think I'm probably gonna throw in some salmon. We'll do something like that for my dinner. So see, everything, it's all flexible, but I eat the same stuff, keeps it simple. It's all stuff I love. So I'll see you at the next meal. Okay, so I just ate the beef and rice and I'm still hungry because that leg day was insane. So this is something weird that I do. This is a weird snack. You're welcome to Meg's weird food eating habits. I put the yogurt on the scale. It's zeroed out, right? And then I scoop from it and it turns negative. So that's how you know how much you're eating. But I put the yogurt on top of a rice cake. Like I just like scoop it and put it on and take bites. So that's what I'm doing. A little bit of protein, a little bit of extra carbs. I have a lot of carbs still to work with. So this is like a dessert for me. Yogurt on a rice cake. I don't know. Try it. Is it weird? Yeah, totally. Last thing. 10 grams of 85% dark chocolate. This is a really awesome fat source and good for you, and it's chocolate. So see how big that meal was? Kind of big. But I'm always hungry after I train, so fire. All right, what's going on? Let's talk final meal. It's been a couple hours, did work, walked, had a client call, did a bunch of stuff. I am in my sweat outfit that I wear 90% of my life. We got a lot of stuff going on here. Oh, we have a friend. I have a friend. If you don't know, I have a friend who lives in a van, and he oftentimes lives in his van in our driveway. So this is his water van I don't know. There's van things here in the kitchen. But basically, I've already hit my protein goal for the day. I have eaten 137 grams of protein. I'll put like my totals on the screen if I can figure out how to do that, because your girl's not a YouTube-y girl yet. But I need some fats and I need some carbs. Technically, I guess I haven't hit my protein yet because I am gonna eat my Ninja Creamy, but like my protein is hit in my Fitness Pal. So my Ninja Creamy is like a protein shake ice cream thing. If you haven't heard of the hype, I'm sure that you have. It's incredible. So I will be eating that and making that. I'll show it to you after this. But my pre-creamy snack. So basically I need carbs and fats, and right now what I would normally do is have some fruit, like raspberries or oranges, but I was sick this week and I didn't go grocery shopping. I just Instacarted some things when I was really not feeling well over the weekend. I need to actually go full grocery shopping. probably tomorrow, unfortunately for me. But I don't really trust the Instacart people, no offense to them, but to get me like good fruit, I just don't get. So anyways, I don't have any fruits. We're gonna have to do something else. So my favorite thing to eat when I need carbs is popcorn, because it's popcorn and it tastes good and it's snacky. And because it has fiber, so fire. So I'm having a big bowl of popcorn that's like 37 carb or something. Rice cake, almond butter. This is awesome. And this is gonna help me like cap my macros, and then I'll have my Ninja Creamy after this. It's like 8 p.m. right now, so I'm gonna have my Ninja Creamy by 8:30. I don't want it to eat too late. So I'm gonna wrap up the eating, but I'll show you that too. So I'm gonna whip this up, and my it's a disaster. Can you tell? We got the popcorn thing, we got the, but I'm gonna whip this up. Let me get the food scale. I put some salt on it too, because this is unsalted. I'll show you how I do this. And then we can talk. I wanted to talk briefly about like why I'm eating the amount that I'm eating too. So I'll move the food scale, hold on. It's literally right here. And a knife. So I talk a lot to my clients about eating more and looking better when you eat more, losing weight by eating more. It's really counterintuitive. I know I sound like a crazy person when I talk like that, but to some of you, the amount of food that I've eaten today might not be a lot. To some of you, it might seem like a lot. 2,000 calories, 135 protein, 250 carb, 50 fat. Like, that might sound like a lot of food to you. And the reason why I eat as much as I do and can eat as much as I do and maintain my physique is because my metabolism is in a great spot. And how do you get your metabolism in a great spot and get your body very good at handling eating a good amount of food, not spending all of your time in dieting phases? So like I had told you previously, I slowly have increased the amount of food that I'm eating, and my body handles it well because I have muscle mass. That increases your metabolism. Because my digestion is in a good spot, my internal health is in a good spot, that helps. And also because I do a lot of moving. So that increases the amount of calories that I expend in a day. Pause for a life hack. If you don't do this, put the jar of something on. I did this with the yogurt. And then it negative and set it to 0. So this is -6, which means I've taken 6 grams out, right? So easy to be able to weigh things. So anyways, I have a sedentary job, even though I'm a coach. I coach from my laptop, right? But I make sure that I get a lot of movement in every single day. He's gonna bark. I hit 12,000 steps every day. I go for walks to get this done. I prioritize a morning walk. I do it every morning. I go for afternoon walks. I walk on the treadmill before I train. I walk on the treadmill after I train. Getting that amount of movement in makes me feel very good. It forces me to spend time outside, which mentally makes me feel good. Helps with my stress levels. Like, it's incredible. And so I move a lot, and then I train, and I train hard, and I lift heavy. And so because I've slowly increased my calories, I am able to eat a decent amount. Again, I'm going up from here. We going up from here. I want to be maintaining on like 2,300. So not too much more, but before I start my cut. So, and stick there for just a little bit. So that way I have a lot to pull from. So if you can get your maintenance calories up higher, then I can lose weight on like 1,800 calories, 1,900, and then I have a lot to work with. That way you don't have to diet on 1,200 calories or less or starve in order to lose body fat. So the reason why I eat so much and can eat so much comes down to those things, and also my food sources and my food quality. I eat a lot of whole foods, right? Yes, I know that popcorn is like kind of, it's air popped and there's nothing on it. So, I mean, kind of processed. Rice cakes, yes, I understand those are processed, but for the most part, the foods that I'm eating are whole foods, nutrient-dense foods, and that makes a difference. It really, really matters with your digestion, and it affects how you feel, and it honestly affects how you look. It's reflected externally. So that's why I make sure I prioritize the foods that I do. It also, again, makes me feel the best, makes my digestion feel the best, and that is freaking everything to me after everything I've been through with my digestion. So I pop a little salt on this bitch because it's unsalted almond butter. Like, this literally is just almonds. You gotta have some salt. I love salt on stuff. Salt is good for you, okay? Actually, a lot of people are afraid of sodium. You want to salt your foods, especially if you're sweating. When you're not eating processed foods, you're not getting salt. Like, a lot of packaged processed foods have a lot of sodium in them. My food doesn't, so I salt it, and I need a lot of salt. I drink a lot of water. I also do a little packet of stevia just to sweeten her up, and this is the most beautiful, amazing dessert. So I just want to talk about that briefly, and why I eat the amount that I do, and like can eat the amount that I do. Ladies, I know that we are taught to eat less. Less is better. Eating less makes you smaller. We need to always be dieting, etc. But if you constantly eat less and constantly restrict yourself, your metabolism will downregulate and adapt to you eating less. You can fix that. You can upregulate it. Your metabolism isn't fixed. You aren't born with a slow metabolism. You can change it. I have changed. I've watched my metabolism change. When I went through my bodybuilding preps, my metabolism downregulated, and I would gain weight even eating just 1,500 calories, right? Now, because I have done the work to reverse diet, which I could do a whole video on that. If you want that, comment down below. But I have brought my maintenance calories up, and I have improved my metabolism. You can change it. It's not fixed. So I always want to make that clear, because I think a lot of people believe like, oh, my metabolism's broken, or I have a slow one and somebody else has a fast one, and shit, luck of the draw. Not true. Not true. There's a lot of different things that affect your metabolism. So if you want more, I want to try and teach through these videos. Like, we're going to make them fun, but I want to teach and educate too. So if you want more information on anything that I covered or talked about, or have any questions for me, let me know. But I'll show you my Ninja Creamy, and that's it. We're wrapping it up. So I hope you enjoyed my first like actual YouTube video, and it's been fun. I want to do more of these. Let me know what you want to see. You want to see a vlog? You want to see a weekend in my life? Do you want to see more workout stuff? Do you like seeing my food? Is it too ugly? My food's it's pretty weird. Pretty ugly. Works for me. Requires no cooking. See how little cooking I did today? I literally cooked my eggs. That's it. Do you want me to talk about stuff? Do you want me to shut up? Let me know. But I'll show you a little clip of my creamy. Thanks for watching. And I'm gonna go do some work. Edit this YouTube video. And hang out with Astro, who is, I wish you could see him right now. Maybe I'll show him to you. He's violently begging for my popcorn. All right, last meal, we got the Ninja Creamy. Makes the best protein ice cream ever. This is just protein powder and Carb Master chocolate milk, which is like amazing. You can get it at Kroger. So what I'm doing is I'm digging a hole to add in my mix-ins. So set that to 0. And I'm adding in mini M&Ms for like a sweet treat, a crunch. Yes, I eat candy. It's amazing. And I'm adding in a lot, actually. 30 grams, which is fire. So I have the room for it. There we go. And then we mix it in and I'll show you. Okay, and here we have it, the finished product. Look at that. This is 30 grams of protein with M&Ms. This is it. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna eat this and enjoy my night.